Yeah. Yeah. Guys, this is my lawyer.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, Zia.
Uh, this is Nova and Paps.
Good to meet you too. You good, Dwayne?
I'll be all right here. Yeah.
All right. Take care. Call me if you need me.
I appreciate you.
What happened?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Shit got dicey, innit? Shit's dicey right now.
Dicey is one way to put it, yeah.
Um. This probably will go to court.
Which part?
Me, kidnapping and torturing Mr. K.
How did we get there?
How did we get there? I mean, after everything that happened at Bahama Mamas, the conversations afterwards, everything that happened,
Yeah.
I can't really tell you what the thought process was for it, because there wasn't any.
Well, that checks out.
After that situation, everyone dropped their flags, and I called Zolo, and I pinged him to the block, and then I asked him straight to his face if it was him. He denied it. He carried on. I explained what I thought was happening. He told me there was truth, but I was getting details wrong. And then I kept on asking them again. I asked him again, did you shoot up Bahama Mamas? And he denied it again. And then I started hearing footsteps. And I was running out of time. And I knew what was going to happen. So I shot Zolo. And then the cavalry came rolling in. I shot at another one. But then by then I was surrounded. And then I spent a lengthy night in the ICU. And when I woke up, I wasn't in my senses still. Because I was drugged. I knew who I was shot by. I knew that much. That was the first thing that went through my mind when I woke the fuck up. So I just ran. And I let myself get to my senses a little bit more. And then I just kept running.
Is that when you announced death?
Yeah. Yes, it was.
Yo, Clutch, what's good?
That's when I knew I had to get off the grid, and I knew I had to find some way so that no one else around me would be dumb enough to get themselves hurt as well.
Just emotionally.
Yo. Thank you for the raid. You absolute badass. Dwayne faked his death and we just found him. We warned you. We were planning a funeral up until a couple of hours ago. You were around for 3 days hanging out with Tony? Fixer knew? It was all part of a test?
What? What are you talking about?
We heard it was a test. We met with Fixer yesterday.
Coming to the block. Doubling down on you definitely being dead. Any of us who had hope that you were out there, that you were just missing, that maybe someone had you, that we could find you and see you alive again. No. He said, he's dead. I feel his presence. He's my brother. And I don't feel it anymore. And I know he's dead. Aggressively telling us we were crazy to think anything different.
Every single one of us was climbing up any ladder we could find to try and find any clue as to where you were. The hospital didn't know where you were. The police reports weren't lining up. Everybody called us crazy. We barked up every fucking tree we could. Heartbroken, hoping that our fucking mad conspiracy theories were true, that we might be able to find you or find who has you. What was this all for?
I don't understand this idea of a test. I don't know what you mean by all of that. I didn't really understand what Nova was saying as well. I didn't understand that.
We'll
part?
we'll get to the test. We'll get to the Fixer and the test later. What was this all for? Why'd you break our hearts? If you were running and you were able to communicate in any way, why didn't you reach out to any of us? Why wasn't it family first like it always was? And the last thing I told you was, flag or not, I always have your fucking back.
Having my back in this situation isn't fair to you.
But us emotionally going through the stages of grief and planning your funeral at the lovely lake in Mirror Park where you do Wicked Wednesdays, and thinking, you know, and having Fix suggest that everyone who had a song with you come and perform that song. That's somehow better?
And Tony was the one that told us he's been in communication and has seen you and knows about all this for 3 fucking days? Zolo telling me that everything on L was true and it's not some sort of imposter. Nobody hacked your account. Nobody stole your phone. You know how that feels?
Honestly, I do.
We were
Good.
ready to.
I'm
Found
actually
this-
glad you don't know how that feels. Honestly, given everything, I wouldn't put my worst enemy through that.
We were ready to turn this city upside down to find what happened to you. We were ready to fucking corrupt anything we could, weave our way in to get information for you.
We started weaving our way into the police department, into the hospital, just in case
Also, I heard.
there's any way we could find more that they're not telling us. Started making friends with people that might be the ones responsible, just so we can get information that might not be readily available for us.
What was the plan after all this? What's your plan now?
My plan?
Mhm.
My plan's the same as it has been for the last week.
Thank you for the follows, you guys.
Survive.
Sorry, I'm diving deep into it. Did any of us cross that plan? Was any of our well-being involved? Was what we stood for, what we built?
What we stood for and what we built was all on the ground at the block.
Because you asked for it to be on the ground. That
For
was
you
your
two.
choice.
For you two, yeah.
I am talking about us too.
Yeah, exactly. You're talking about you two.
What does that mean?
I mean, that's what happened with you guys. But what about what happened with others?
Fuck the others. We've had your back to the very last second. Is that not good enough? We showed it with action. Might not be numbers, but we showed it to the very last second. And even after that, we organized some crazy fucking shit to get everybody back on the same page so we find out what happened. We pulled together things that I don't think anybody was expecting. Because we stood by that word. We have your back. But you didn't have ours. I'm not gonna lie, it's good to see you standing. I didn't want to have a funeral with no fucking casket.
Yep.
But I can't say I'm not hurt. Can't say we haven't spent nights over the last fucking 3 days where I was just trying to console Nova and let her know that we'll find any information.
That is nice to hear. And I do appreciate that. To me, it was the moment that flag got put down, and I asked you guys to do that. That wasn't an obligation anymore. That flag wasn't going to be something that was going to get you hurt.
Dwayne, when I first met you, and you started telling me about COE, and Fixer introduced me and was telling me about what this is, or what that was, rather. I told you both that I was loyal to a fault. I was loyal to the point it hurts me. That's just part of who I am. And Nova and I clicked because that's just part of who she is too. Whether we hate it, whether we love it, when we promise our loyalty stands. We could bitch and moan and complain, but it'll always be for the benefit of what we're promised to do. That flag could be on the floor, could be in my pocket, could be on my face, could be in the fucking wind. That flag was branding. That flag doesn't change what I am, who you are, what we represent, and what we stand for. And I said this to you right after you told me to drop it. It didn't end there. If it was about what was in my pocket, it would have been a completely different story. So again, I ask, what was this all for? Oh, nice, you found out he was alive on you the entire time. Fuck you, Zai.
All of this was out of emotion. You want me to give you an answer for what this was for? I can't tell you why I shot Zoro in the fucking face. He pissed me off. Am I gonna stand there and then fight 20 man by myself? No. Am I then gonna expect people to come and back me after I've shot a man in the face irrationally? To come and back me against 20 man? Fuck no. Why would I put other people on the line of fire? So this way, I managed to at least hold on to some control. And I got to play my own cards. And that's what I did. There was a multiple number of different alternatives and different ways that this situation would have gone. And this was just one of them.
So, faking your own death and this whole situation that's continued was the best option.
No. I didn't say that. There was no best option. There is no best option. You only go from bad to worse at that point.
Are these two streaming, by the way? Are Mimi or Wiked streaming? Wicked's not? This motherfucker, I swear to God, we're gonna
So
kick
what
his ass.
now?
We're gonna have to kick his ass about not streaming.
Now, you have to figure yourself what the answer to that question is, because I'm not a leader anymore.
I wasn't asking that. I was asking what now for you. We don't need anyone to give us guidance on what we're doing with our lives. I was just asking you, what is
Not
next
me.
for you and this situation?
You know?
You don't know.
Nope.
I have a question. Who else knows the truth?
Of what?
Anything outside of L and you putting out a selfie and everybody assuming that you're still alive, who knows facts?
Qatar and K. They had to find out, obviously. Ixar. Tony.
Qatar and K.
So, Patan K, is this before?
They only found out today.
Was it staged?
What? The torture, everything that I put on L?
Yeah.
Yeah. Music promo.
So it's true.
You're fucking kidding me.
I didn't want to ask it because I didn't think it was true.
What was the plan, Dwayne? You gonna, what, jump out the fucking casket? Surprise! New fucking album!
Show up at the funeral, play a couple of songs.
That was one of the alternatives, yeah.
If you know, maybe you're still not in your fucking right mind. Because how do you really think that would have gone down? Do you give a shit about any? We were what? So we were all standing around there, fucking mourning you, and then you just pop out of fucking nowhere. You want us to all applaud you? Riel, what the fuck is wrong with you?
She said Riel.
You know what's even
Machiavellian this.
fucking funnier is the fact that you've come here. The first thing you say is this is going to be a court case. We don't give a shit. We cared about you and your well-being. And still to this point, you've not even fucking said sorry once.
Are you even sorry? Is what we've been through even on your radar?
Yeah. It is. And I am sorry. What?
Is that his car?
I don't really think sorry is gonna cut it here.
Yeah, you're fucking right. You know how long it took me to decide to actually join COE. I had to wait and figure out what I was doing, figure out if it was right for me, if I felt like you were my people, and I came to the conclusion that you were.
He came with his lawyer,
And
it's
for
true.
a good couple of weeks, even a little longer, I was so thankful and happy that I did. And then Fix left, and then everything started falling apart. But I still felt like I made that choice for a reason. Because I know these people care about me, and I feel that. If I'd have just not joined, I wouldn't be going through this fucking pain right now. It's not just about me, it's about every fucking person in that group, in that family. Especially the ones who feel like they have nothing else. I'm lucky. I have Paps. We have hopes, we have dreams. Some of those people don't have half of that. They just had each other and they had you.
Yeah, and where did that get them?
It's not the response you should have, Dwayne.
Well, it's the response that I have. Where did that get them?
You put yourself as leader. And to lead, you need to have heart. You need to care about the people that you're leading. And I'm not saying you never did, but whatever the fuck this is, and whatever the fuck plan you were just about to have going on with your fucking music promotion, is sick. It's sick, it's twisted.
Roger, on the way out of here, Dwayne.